Oh, whoops. I knew there was one more thing I needed to update. It was the match info. This is A. Probably just keep that on. Actually, wait, why don't I just do this? My codecaster is the fact that this is game 1.
It sure is waiting for a big,
Yeah.
big bingo thing.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, I definitely understand the reasoning for having A tier do 2 games, which I assume are y'all both like up for playing both of those?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right. I believe we're playing the both of them today, right?
Yeah. Perfect. DM from Glove, like, Glove Cocast? No, Glove's going to work.
Oh, you go. Okay, maybe not then.
But wishing y'all well. Alright. I believe that should be everything I need on my part. So, I mean, I guess y'all know how this works by now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we're ready, we can go ahead and deafen, and I'll see you in the bingo chat.
Okay, wait. Okay, then good luck.
Good luck, have fun.
People.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Make sure I get the announcement out in bingo chat while I'm here. So much bingo! Alright. 3, 2, 1, reveal. And here is our board for today. Hey Amber. Hey Alfie. So immediately, we're getting 2 reveals from Hugo just because of the nature of how they interact with the card. Oh, right, that's not visible on screen with how I have it set up anymore. That's fine. I'm kind of like looking at this card. There's a lot of really quick goals, but then we also have a couple of, I mean, this is the nature of the card, right? We have a couple of very longer goals. I'm kind of looking forward to these very hards of Avianos Gold Disc and Rakshasa Gold Disc. We'll see if anyone goes for those, but our generals for today are 8 levels in 3 games. Oh, we're about to start. 4 discs, or 4 gold discs, 8 gifts. Campanella Trilogy, and 8 bosses from games on this card. Oh, we immediately are going into the center square. We're going draft mode twice for both of them. This is awesome. This is a really good call. Getting control of that center square, which, as many of you probably know in the bingo world, is very important. Both players having Sephi as their lead. She's just generally a pretty strong character, able to control the air, kind of stay floating out of reach. Okay, both players losing their Sephi. Hugo onto Braz and Ivan onto Elka. I believe Ivan is on the last opponent here. Hugo probably has to know that she's in a bit of a race here, considering this is a really, really fast center square. Ivan also dropping a character here. Just needs one more hit, waiting for... Oh no, there was still one more to go! For some reason I thought Ivan was on the third. I think Hugo might have this. Yogo's the third opponent, right? I think that's it! There it is! Mark! Oh wait, no, okay, we still have one more. I definitely not me not reading the goal here, where it says beat draft mode twice. Don't mind me, it's probably good that I'm casting today and not playing. Okay, leading off... Both players leading off with Sephi again. It is kind of fun seeing who people pick as their, like, one lock-in to start. Because, you know, you get the one pick, and then the computer takes away two of them from you before you get to pick your last two. Hugo now in Braz mode. We've dropped one character. Ooh, actually, Ivan has caught up a fair bit here. Gilroy is causing problems here for Hugo, and that is a lead change. I think Ivan has this locked down. Not dropping a single character on their part. And there's the mark. Hugo going to think about pivoting out. Yeah. Alright, now we're pivoting off into other directions here. We've got Bushido Ball, win 2 rounds in a tournament with laws on, and we have Overbold, purchase 3 price hiked items in 1 run, and complete a wave with 800 stakes without shooting. Oh hi, Mark. Hey, Amandine. Also, hey, Canvas. Belatedly. Did it? Okay, there we go. I guess I had gone through the whole playlist. I thought I had it set to loop. Hey Samantha, you know it, we got an A-tier match, and we immediately started out with a pass rule race. Hugo had a bit of a lead, but then Ivan managed to pull back through. So that was pretty exciting. Now the one thing about the square that Hugo is going for, this is a very quick square, but it doesn't block anything that center square covers. And, I mean, right at the beginning of the match, you're probably looking to just grab as many quick squares as you can. But, one thing that is always easier for me to say than to do. It might not be a bad idea to catch something on, like, the orthogonals or the diagonals from the center, just to, like, get a little bit of blocking action in. Granted, that also does mean that, the center square's not blocking what Hugo's going for, so it's, it kinda goes both ways there. Are we gonna grab the hiked item? No, it looks like we might be focusing the 800 stakes. And thankfully we don't need to worry about getting a cherry disc here. It would be nice to grab a gold while we're here. Okay, there's our 2 rounds done. Over into Valbrace. This is another really nice, quick... Whoops, that's not the right person. We're just needing to defeat the crone here. Will not take very long at all. We can just open this door, run through to the lever, and watch this speed that Hugo's moving at here. Very, very smoothly casting fly. Extinguishing the torch. I'm calling you out, Hugo. You gotta hit down twice there. I'm only calling you out because, I know you're probably like, aw, dang it. We are... Okay, no, we're heading the right way now. We took a little bit of an extra turn there. Or, we didn't turn early enough. The crone's location is kind of funny, because you just kind of go left, and then the next right, and then the next left, and the next right. And then, yeah, we can see the strat for killing the crone here. Just gonna swing twice, wait for the stamina to come back. And then just repeat. So now there's the mark for Hugo, and I imagine she will probably run over to the throne to grab a quick gift. Ooh, another nice thing here for Ivan is once he finishes out Overbold, that'll also be 8 levels. And I'm pretty sure that'll be... that'll be important at some point here. Both players getting some really nice synergy out of their current goals. And there's our Valbrace for Hugo. Over into Night Manor. Yeah, Hugo is really working on scooping up these fast squares. Now, the one thing that does kind of scare me a little bit is that we're not making progress towards this diagonal that is about to be threatened here by Ivan. Ooh, scary. We're fine? Yeah, we're fine. And I think that's the 800, and by necessity, that means we also have the Overbold gift as well. And this is going to be the first set of 8 levels right now. Oh, okay, we lost the killer, I think. No, we didn't. I'm a fool. I thought I saw the message saying that we had shook the killer. Alright, this can roll anywhere from 11 to 18 checks. Oh no! Ivan dying on the final wave! That is no gold disc, that is no 8 levels, and hopping into Night Manor. This will be a quick gift, but probably gonna get sniped by Hugo here. Definitely something that Hugo's gonna be, well, they won't know that they're getting this, but... That's the one thing, when you snipe somebody in bingo, you're not the one that knows it's happening. Only the person who gets sniped knows. Alright, here's the final hiding for Hugo, which make sure we mark the gift there. Alright, Ivan gonna head back. But yeah, this will be a nice counter snipe in Hugo's favor, considering that he got sniped earlier when Ivan got the hyper contender square. You've won the hiding minigame twice already, Hugo! Or did we lose the first one? Hugo failed the first one. Oh my goodness. I looked away. Well, I think at this point it would still take a pretty massive swing. So as long as Hugo gets it on this try, even if Ivan rolls very low on this hiding minigame... Actually, I don't know anymore. This hiding minigame's running kinda long. Okay, it's speeding up, which means we're close to the end. Okay, there it is. Mark the square. Mark the square! Oh my god, and then... Oh, sorry, 11 to 17, not 11 to 18. And you'll note that it's getting close to the end of those checks because it starts speeding up pretty significantly. And of course, it does feel like if you miss a check, then it speeds up as well. But if you don't miss anything, it definitely speeds up quite a bit near the end on its own. Alright, Bug Hunter here for Ivan, and 10k points before saving 50 obbies for Hugo. This Bug Hunter square will also give Ivan the gift. Hugo looking for a good opportunity to drop off these obbies. Okay, found it. Jumped over the potion. Gonna just stack up a few potions here, probably, before we, Oh no! Ran into an oppie! That was looking so smooth, but just probably, like, was focusing on so many different things there. That's the thing about Magic Garden. Is all it takes is one little lapse in noticing something for it to just bite you. Alright, we're building up our potions again. Meanwhile, on Ivan's side, cruising along. Oh wait, right, we reset. Okay. We do have Bombard, so I'll be curious to see if these blues evolve into Florus. Come on, blue. Nope, nope, it's not the blue that evolved first. Nice combo kill here. Oop. Maybe didn't quite mean to do that. Okay, hopefully blue evolves into not Florus. Dang. No cheeky Bombard Florus seed for us today. But this still looks pretty solid right now, at the rate that Ivan is progressing. Okay, we've got our giant Oppie chain. Oh, a little bit shy, but we're only at 25 Oppies rescued, so... There we go. Never mind, I missed the extra potion that Hugo had lying around. Alright, I wouldn't be surprised to see if Hugo went to just now gold disc this. Or at least went to get the gift, because, she has been working towards that. Yeah, there's the gift. 3-2 in favor of Hugo. Now hopping into Star Wasper. Very quick gift. And we also have Clear Waves 1 and 2 without using power-ups. So we'll see, is he going to just get the gift and run, or will they actually stick around? Yeah, we're building up Multiplier, which is still fine for this tile. So it'll just mostly show once we pick up enough for the gift here, whether or not Hugo's gonna stick around. Oh, we had a reset again? I looked away for a little bit to see what was going on with Star Wasper. Ah, Armadons. Always a little bit of a bummer. Just having to get the 2 hits. One more reset here. Hopefully Ivan's able to, like, get this attempt to go. Ivan's been, stuck on this Bug Hunter for a little bit. I mean, they're not that stuck, but still. Probably way longer than they want to be here in Bug Hunter compared to, like, you know, when they popped in. Alright, Hugo is sticking around. And we do definitely have the gift in Star Wasper. We have a boss in Star Wasper as well. We unfortunately did not get the boss in Overbold for Ivan. Okay, I think we're set on general progress. So this is actually pretty nice for Hugo as well, because not only will we get the square and the gift, but that'll also be 2 bosses of progress. We're gagging. Okay, we've got Phaloris, but I mean, Phaloris alone are pretty alright to deal with, because you just make sure you have Ivan's doing a good job of picking up the lob-type modules, where you can attack up into the air. Quite a few holes here from both the cephalogs and the the energy cubes stacking up. This does actually kind of keep the spawns pretty condensed as well. Alright, there's the mark from Hugo. Over into Lazy Cops. I almost typed in Lazy Cops as the game name. They really need to stop making the Lazy Cop franchise. Now we're just gonna go Vengeance and the final score. I think Ivan's in a pretty decent spot here. Oh, jumped into the gunfire there. Gonna have to take another shot at this. Ooh, this is a little bit scary for Ivan, though. Gonna have to find a way to get up there to take out... Okay, we're fine. Probably sad about needing to hit that egg like that. Just because we have other things that would be nice to be hitting right now. 2 energy to spend at least. Ooh, big collect. Huge play for Ivan. Okay, we're gonna have like 4 eggs spawn this turn, which kind of sucks. So hopefully they're able to deal with that. That is so many Phalorises! Phalori? I don't know what the plural of Phaloris is. I'm going to say Phalori. I mean, the nice thing here is, since we're about to move into day 10, I believe that means that none of them should turn into eggs. So as soon as we deal with these, we're gonna need some form of lob here. Throw, that's what it was. And now, okay, we do have a clean kill here. And then we can snipe over there. Now we put ourselves in a decent spot here. Okay, I think I like this position here. We just have to get 6 kills on this final day, and the final day does try and do what it can to make it better for you. Ooh. That was a little hasty. I think we needed that snipe to... Do we have any way to kill here? I think that was an unfortunate misplay. We needed to jump up into the left diagonally. No. No. That is such a heartbreak. They had the solve, and it just, like... I think they were just focused on, getting everything done, and, like... just acted a little too quickly. Gonna hop out of Bug Hunter, that's pretty understandable. Ah, God, I feel that pain, that's so unfortunate. We do have a nice little double play here in Barbuda, though. We can get 5 item slots, and we can get the blood rod, or we can get the rod and the blood sword. There's Vengeance done for Hugo. I appreciate that the Angel Star on on Vengeance is no extra casualties. Okay, looks like we're gonna clear out the left side here first. I do like kind of a weird hybrid of like speed strats and chill strats on these stages. Like, I do kind of speed strats, but they're not like exactly super speed strats. So I always love watching what other people do. Alright, we've got our parasol for Ivan. Probably gonna pick up the necklace here. The amulet, the necklace. I actually don't know the official name. Oops. Yeah, that's a good point, Canvas. After you take out all the lawmen, you don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, looks like we're just gonna hit the lever up above and do this, I mean, we already took out the barrels, so we're not doing any clips here. I appreciate we're bringing the lever over here to hang out and wait for Mr. Blue. Ooh, okay, that's slightly less than ideal. With that lawman camping there of all places. Not the end of the world by any means. Three items right now for Ivan. I love Mooncat music. I mean, I love Mooncat in general. But the music especially just kind of hits a very specific vibe. I appreciate going for the kill on that lawman there just to make sure, and then I assume we're just gonna shoot the dynamite over here? Oh, maybe not. Or maybe so. Oh, we're gonna send the cow. I love that, actually. That's amazing. That is absolutely incredible. I love that. And there is Vengeance and the final score for Hugo. Oh right. Rail Heist actually would have counted for a boss on Vengeance. I almost completely forgot about that. I'm still trying to peek down at Ivan's screen every now and then to make sure we don't get the gift, which I think there's a pretty high chance we will on this path. I'm not sure if that was a missed jump, but it seemed pretty deliberate. Oh, Red Phantom! Run! I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this. I get more and more complacent the more I play Barbuda, and I forget about the Red Phantom existing, until it reminds me that it exists, at which point I become very vigilant. And then the cycle begins anew, and I slowly start getting more and more complacent again, until the Red Phantom shows up again, and then I remember to check again. We're gonna go pick up the blood sword here, probably. Interesting that we didn't, like, get the item up above here. I mean, I guess we should be able to get money for, like, trash or something. And the wording on that goal is pretty clear. Fill 5 item slots. Alright, so we have the blood sword, so we just need to go grab like one more item to really quickly get the 5th item, and then we can head back and take the warp over. Okay, here we go. We're gonna clear out the enemies in this room and then use the skull money to buy our 5th item. And here is Rotundo. Shoot, I'm gaslighting myself now. It's not Rotumbo, that's the quibble. But that is a boss for Hugo. And there's our 5th item for Ivan? Rotumbo isn't a boss yet, but what about Rotumbo 2? Samantha with the same brain. Okay, yeah, looks like we're heading over to get the rod now, and that'll be a nice double mark. Oh, right, we have beaten one world in Campanella 2. Two levels, but one world, is my understanding. P.S. Hey Liz, good idea! This is a cool general! Okay, Ivan now marking the 5 items. We are in the rink, so we should be getting the cross pretty shortly here for Hugo. Given how this run is going, this feels like we're probably gonna dip out not long after we get the cross. Would not be surprised to see Hugo jump out, but there's also maybe some reason to stick around, maybe get another boss. Yeah, okay, now we're dipping. Where to now for Hugo? Ivan is still threatening that diagonal, by the way. Into camouflage next. Ooh, but here's the thing. Hugo is gonna start working here on row 2. And there is the goal completed for Ivan, who is now gonna hop into Hyper Contender. Need to escape with 2 out of 3 collectibles on 1, 2, 4, 7, and 14. I appreciate the effort, Canvas. Alright, Ivan just gonna do the tournament mode here as Sephi. Which we definitely saw Ivan's comfort with Sephi earlier. This will be 8 levels for Ivan once this level's done, so that's potentially some nice synergy here. Alright, does Hugo know the tech for the 3 Watchmen? Surely. We're pausing to think here. No, not quite. The 3 Watchmen claim another. Okay, now we want to step onto the grass, get the orange from there. Ooh, I love this positioning from Ivan here. Staying basically right underneath Voltana to keep the hammers hitting. Okay, yeah. Now we go sand up above to the earth tiles. Now we go earth, go down, grab the— oh no! Yeah, I learned it to make sure I had it because I was sick of getting mixed by the 3 Watchmen. You gotta go get the sand! You gotta go get the sand right below you! Get the sand! There we go. Right, up onto level 4, or 7 here, rather. This is, probably easiest to just get the baby here. Oh no, this is fine, actually. Never mind. And now we can just go, sand in the log. Another victory there for Ivan, on to level 6. Cruising along in Hyper Contender. Oop! I think Hugo accidentally, did 1 extra camouflage there. Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking about that, Samantha. It's like, at that point, I feel like there might be some merit to just gold disking camouflage here. Hugo, sand tile, second half of the log. That's fine. It is really funny that the second half of that log is a sand tile. It feels so weirdly deliberate. Nice punch there from Ivan, going through the projectiles. Alright, here comes the mirror match. And unfortunately this doesn't count as a gold disc. But it will be 8 levels. Alright, now this is the stage where it's gonna take us a bit longer to get things done, but... Ooh, is that gonna be enough? Okay, we're fine. Nicely done, Ivan. That will be 8 levels in Hyper Contender. Yes, there we go. Alright, we're gonna send another attempt here at Bug Hunter. I think the other thing, too, about camouflage... Like, that's 5 levels that you're already doing here. That could be a gold disc if you just decide to not use the terminal code. And you would also potentially get a gift. So I think there's a lot of good reason to do just non-terminal code camouflage here. Season 3 is so hype. Like... I keep saying this on every cast I'm on, but you have so many reasons to stick around in games that you would have never stuck around in for Season 2. Like, sure, you might gold disc camouflage, but, you know, you have a goal like this. And it doesn't feel too slow to go for, just because, like, the times for, most bingo squares have been... not totally normalized, but it's been a lot more varied. Or, sorry, not varied, but, like... It feels like the time to grab bingo squares in general is a bit nicer. Oh, there's our bird grab. Okay, now we're gonna head up above. And we're gonna hit the pebble on the green side. Camouflage. Wrap around to the sand. Now we can kind of just beat the rest of the level if we want, but we do need to grab some collectibles, so... Looks like we're gonna go for the oranges here. Maybe the baby wouldn't be too bad right now. Yeah, I think the baby actually... I guess... not too much difference going for the baby or the orange here. How's this Bug Hunter seed looking? Armadons and the heckin' jerks that shoot revenge bullets. Who brought revenge bullets to a strategy game? Keep those in shmups. Jeez. Yeah, here's the other thing, like, with all of this collecting that Hugo's been doing, that could have been a gift if it wasn't in a terminal code. Especially with 4 games, 4 golds on this card. Okay, we're hopping over to Campanella. We are not hopping into Campanella. Campanella. We are hopping into Campanella. Big explosion chain there. Hey, the bugs are retreating! Yay! I'm really glad Ivan was able to get back in there and get that done. That is Bug Hunter gift. And hopefully my count of 3 gifts was correct. Oh, that is also true. This will be a very easy 8 levels. And Paint Chase now for Ivan, where we're looking to get 180 points. Looks like we are gonna push the perfect on stage 1. Makes sense considering that we're looking for a score here. Well, maybe not the perfect here. This is a little different than the route I'm aware of. If it is a perfect, still, it's not the one I know. And am horribly inconsistent at, and I keep getting 98s. But still, getting some points out at level 1, 34 score. That is a world done in Campanella 1. And an additional boss, and 8 levels in Campanella. We'll have to keep in mind that Hugo has 5 levels done in Camouflage in case they go back in. No golds for either player at the moment. I wonder if Hugo's just gonna... Honestly, I think... Wait, what's the Campanella... Oh wait, there is no direct Campanella goal, just the general. I feel like heading over to Campanella 3 pretty soon would be a really good idea. Especially because we don't seem to be pushing the gift here. But we can at least get another quick boss. Oh, maybe Hugo's just gonna do 2 levels in Campanella and then 2 levels in Camp 3 to get like 2 gifts and 2 bosses in each. Well, not in each, but 2 bosses and the gift in each, I should say. Because that like seems like a decent balance. Campanella 1 is pretty quick when you're moving fast. I imagine we'll see a little bit of Camp 3 here, but it's a matter of do we go 3 levels here and 1 there. Honestly, no. I think you do 2 worlds in Campanella 3 because that's 8 levels. Each wave counts as a level. All right, pretty good coverage here on this level from Ivan. Should be a good chunk of points. 159 already. 1 more good stage, I think, should do it. Excuse me. Okay, we're sticking around in World C. I think I would rather see Hugo jump into Campanella 3 here from my from my armchair of casting, in which I don't actually have to deal with any of the stress of a bingo match, and I'm not pivoting out of Elphazar's hat 3 times. Okay, we let the plane go over the clock, so we can really easily just get the rest of this. Only missing 3 squares here, that should be a lot of points. Well, There it is, 180 points. Tile count wise, Ivan really getting like back in line here. Like there was a bit of a time where Ivan was falling a bit behind, but amazing work from them to catch back up here on points. And it looks like we're gonna go into Porgy to defeat a boss. Retroactively sentienting the playlist. Truly. Prescient playlist. Okay, looks like we're just gonna take this area normally. Ooh, another death here for Hugo. And that's game over. Honestly, Hugo, go Campanella 3. I think this is a blessing in disguise. Rakshasa? I wonder if that was a mistake. I'm not gonna mark down Rakshasa just yet until I see... Nope, it's Rakshasa for real. We're just gonna gold disc Rakshasa? I mean, this will get us bosses. We have 2 bosses in Campanella, so it should be 6. Yeah, that was, like, I thought that was gonna be an attempt to go into Campanella 3. Because Hugo only needs 2 bosses, so she could easily hop into Campanella 3, get the gift, get 8 levels, and 2 bosses out of those 8 levels, and the final 2 worlds for Campanella Trilogy. But you know what? If I'm playing in this situation, I am just looking for, okay, if I'm thinking about that boss square, I'm like, Rakshasa Gold Disc, I can do that. And that is good synergy with bosses, so I absolutely am not going to fault Hugo for anything here. It's just like a... From the overhead perspective, I can see like a little bit better synergies than I could if I were playing. So it's worth talking about. There were so many moments in my match yesterday. Like, not to make this about me, but it's just... It really gives you perspective when you're sitting there playing rather than casting. Just how hard it is to actually read the card actively. Okay, we've got Lamia. I love her so much. We've got her trapped. This should be a pretty smooth kill here for Ivan. This is a really solid trap. You can always kind of tell when, like, it's gonna work or not. It's like sometimes she's kind of wiggling around a little bit, but this is exactly where you want her to be. It looks like Ivan is holding down the button, judging off of this torpedo fire rate. In Porgy, you don't need to mash, but there's like kind of a timing. Oh, is Hugo not even gonna go for the gold disc here? Are we just gonna get the gift? I think we're just gonna go for the gift. Yeah, because Hugo's dying on purpose here. At this point, I definitely think the, ooh, we are getting spicy with this death game. That's a gift in Rakshasa, I believe? Yes. And nicely done from Ivan getting that Porgy boss done. And that is also the gift because it was Lamia. Heading in over to Golfaria. This is where the 8 levels might come to haunt Hugo. Both players have 8 levels, Hugo in Campanella, and Ivan in Hyper Contender. It is 9-9, there is still a bingo thread on the board, and it hinges on this Golfaria square. If Hugo doesn't get levels done, which... Okay, Hugo is in Overbold. You can easily get 8 levels done in here. I really do think that Hugo should do Campanella 3 for the final 8 levels. Or just wrap up 3 more in Camouflage if you're concerned about the levels, which I think Hugo should be at this point. So we'll see where Hugo goes with this. Oops, that's not Rakshasa. That should be Overbold. My apologies. Okay. We're gonna go grab the brakes, it looks like. I definitely don't mind this play. The holy T-pieces, I believe, are completely reasonable to get without them, but they kinda suck to get if you're not, like, sickos at Golfaria. Granted, getting the, Ooh, okay. We are out of Golfaria, actually. Getting the brakes definitely makes things easier, but we'll see if Hugo... Whoa! What a shot there! We're just gonna go grab... Wait. Oh! Hugo is just doing a gift rush, isn't she? Because I assume he got the 500 in Overbold, right? And then dipped out? Because I was looking over at Golfaria when that 500 happened, expecting Hugo to be sticking around for a little bit. But Ivan's about to get their brakes here, which should make everything else significantly easier. Yeah, Hugo is just going for gift here. Whoa! Whoa! One more try. No! Down we go and back into the hole. Oh my god. No! That's not where you want to be. No! Okay, don't give up. Don't give up hope. I don't know why they made the brakes so obnoxious to get when they're like... I don't know, they feel like the thing that makes Golfaria so much nicer to play. Now, I didn't catch it. We did not get the blockbuster here for Hugo. We reset, so back to the start. Ivan now has the brakes. Yep, it is 9-9 right now, and Hugo has the lead on gifts, but both players have the same progress in 8 levels. Well, okay, Hugo has a little bit more progress banked in 8 levels, so even if Ivan gets the 2 holy T-pieces here, it should be pretty reasonable for Hugo to go block that with 3 levels of camouflage and one other thing. Yeah, I hope Hugo sees the diagonal here. So it looks like Hugo is just here for gifts right now. Because it kind of looks like as soon as he grabs this, they're probably gonna just bounce, right? Yeah, it's a gift. Okay, we're going into Camp 3. I love this play for Hugo. This will be 8 stages. This will be 2 levels in Camp Trilogy. This will be the final gift. So this is what Hugo needs right now, and this should actually give her a pretty comfortable lead. Because that's going to be, what, 3 squares marked here after this is done? And I imagine that will give them quite a bit of comfort. Ivan going for the cool shot here. Nice usage of the brakes. Gonna probably sneak down for the birdie down there. At 2 shots, you kind of have to. Alright, going for hundreds here. Makes sense, it's faster. And there is our gift in Golfaria for Ivan. So actually, after this triple mark here, that's going to be devastating now that I think about it, and I think we're going to have a Rakshasa Gold Disc race. Alright, I'm watching Ivan's screen intently here, because it's so funny. When I did this game casually, I got this skip by, like, accident. Oh! Perfect! Amazingly executed. Wow. And now we just need to go get the other one real quick. So after this is done, Ivan's probably gonna try and jump in and grab 8 levels on 3 games, but oop. Hill's just a little too steep, I think. Might need to, yeah, curve that way a little. Okay, Hugo about to get the gift here to wrap that up. No reason to hold this, might as well just mark it right away. Oop. I've been getting a little caught up. I think you don't want to go there, because you're going to land on the hole. Now we're going to have to spend 2 shots to get back. Hopefully we don't run out of strokes here. Here's the thing, we need to... yeah... For this T-piece, you want to be at the bottom of those ramps, so that you're basically at the highest height you can be, and then you need to rocket yourself the hell up. Alright, there's our 8 gifts marked from Hugo. Hopefully Ivan gets that this time here. Alright, Hugo's taking it a little bit easier on this wave. Just kind of making sure that he takes out the last few. Just don't get too hasty here. And then we got the X, take that out. Oh, Ivan is gonna hold this a little bit. Which, thankfully, they're not in a race right now. But, like, I am imagining the world... No way. Oh my god, that actually could have been key. Gonna be hopping into Campanella for levels. No. This is one of those things where, like, you don't know what decision to make in the moment. Because, like, from Ivan's perspective right now, you gotta think, okay, 8 levels is still available. I might just be able to, like, grab this bingo really fast. Oh, right, wait. Okay, this is only gonna be a double mark now that I think about it. Not a triple mark, because I don't think we have the 8 levels yet from Hugo. We're missing 3 in Camouflage. So... oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't try and sign myself up for A tier this time around, because, like, I'm already stressing enough after after one game. Okay, there's our Campanella mark. And Hugo's gonna go into Camouflage to wrap up the last levels. It's only gonna need to do 3 levels that weren't in the previous set. Maybe not that level. I'm gonna go up to level 5. This is a good level to do. It is so fast. You just grab some water tile. And head on out. And Ivan making a really good call here going into Rakshasa. I don't know if it's because they figure Hugo is already really close to the 8 levels, just based off of having Campanella Trilogy, but... like, this is exactly where Ivan needs to be, especially if Hugo jumps into Rakshasa after. And then it becomes an Avianos Gold Disc race. And then just a plain Gold Disc race. Because Ivan is holding that Golfaria square. Which is huge, actually. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if Hugo's gonna go in for the T-pieces. Hugo in the Undo Nexus. Oh, this is a good idea. Heading over to level 15 to make that one of our last levels to do here. Since it's such a short one. Gonna wait out the the skip here. Just get it on a second cycle. And there we go. That is 8 levels from 3 games on this card. Now this is all gonna come down to, where does Hugo go? Into Rakshasa. Oh my god. I've not been updating the games. Let's get that fixed. No way. So the absolutely ridiculous thing here is that because Hugo didn't go through Camouflage Gold Disc, I'm actually kind of liking Ivan's chances here. I'm not gonna say Ivan has this locked in the bag by any means, but, like, Ivan has a real chance of taking this here, despite being down 3 points right now. Now, it's not gonna wind up mattering, but a point of curiosity that I have for Ivan is how long are you going to hold that Golfaria square? Hugo is playing Rakshasa very safely here. Oh, there we go. Ivan taking a death here. Hopefully gonna keep in control here. Well, there's our gift, not that it matters at this point. Like, I don't know, like... nobody has Avianos progress. This is basically going to come down to how this Rakshasa goes, and then how the Avianos race goes, and then how the 4 discs on this card goes. Okay, there's the mark on Golfaria. This is the situation that I thought I was in yesterday with Elphazar's hat, by the way. I imagine Ivan is just like absolutely go, 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 gotta like keep moving, can't slow down. And Hugo, knowing that they have so many points on the board right now, just trying to make sure that they stay safe. Oh goodness, this death game is getting a little scary. Taking a death! No, that might just be... that might be game. Like, I'm saying that now, just a matter of, Ivan saying I think it's okay to go next. I'm gonna pause.
Hi, I think it's cool to start the next one.
Yeah, I getcha. Alright. Yeah, okay, both players are unmuted. Wow! Oh my god. That
Really
end
cool
game was
game.
really intense. Since we're calling it there, yeah, Ivan, you were both in Rakshasa and you had a pretty solid lead, but then like that death was
Oh,
Oh
like
yeah,
right now?
I was dying too much, and I also lost. So yeah, I think there was no way I was going to get the gold after I got to 3 schools. So yeah,
I'll be real. If I didn't get Rakshasa Gold, I don't think I would have won that.
that was the thing. Like I was like ranting and raving about how like with how Ivan was playing there, like you had a really good chance of coming back there if that Rakshasa Gold disc went well. And granted, there was still
I'm
some.
not really sure. I was already with my moral a bit down because I was intending to get for the gifts because I think it was the next easiest one. The Hugo marked it, and
Yeah.
also the Night Manor one. It was I was I believe maybe 2 or 3 clicks away from wiping the square.
Oh my
That's
god,
'cause-
yeah.
Oh my god.
That was really wild
I
too,
even have the
'cause-
death on that one.
yeah, Hugo got in earlier, but then died on the first one, and then had a pretty high roll on the second one in terms of how many clicks it was. And it
Yeah.
was just like, it was actually a little bit up in the air on how that one was gonna go.
Yeah, I think the main theme of this match was in the beginning because Hugo was able to secure and find the easiest and fastest squares earlier than me. Like when I was playing Overboard, I believe Hugo got like 2 or 3 other squares.
Oh yeah, that
And,
definitely helped
yeah,
quite a
he
bit.
got an early lead. Yeah, he got an
Oh,
early
yeah.
lead, and I was able to catch up, but I wasn't doing any progress in times of the general goals. Like I lost in Overboard the final round.
Yeah, that was
uh,
rough, because that kind of knocked you out of 8
Yeah.
levels on that.
Yeah,
That's
but
why I
it
never
was a
bet
skill
on
issue. It's not,
Overboard.
yeah, it was not a lucky issue. It was more skill issue in the last round of Overboard. But then I was thinking here, Ivianos go disc, like if you get really lucky, you can do it in 6 minutes, and if you don't get really lucky, maybe in 30 minutes you can do it. And I was still trying to do Rakshasa, and as I died in Rakshasa, now okay, we still have 1 more hour of match, so yeah, let's go next one.
Yeah, that's fair.
I sometimes I don't really like to forfeit the matches, especially because it may make the viewer experience worse. But in this case, since you have another one,
Yeah.
please let's
Yeah,
start the next
we roll
one.
it back. It's
Yeah.
not over.
You run it back.
Yeah.
How far were you in Rakshasa
Sorry,
before dying? How far were you in Rakshasa before dying?
I just finished I lost to the second mid boss, the snakes.
Ah, damn.
But I had
Oh, you were
4 skulls already, 4 or 3 skulls. I don't remember. Yeah, just 3 skulls. So the game was going to get harder.
Yeah.
Honestly, if this continued, I was gonna be in a pickle too. Like, I took a death on Barkus, so the beginning of stage 2 would have been pretty tough.
Oh, yeah, but I
Frogs
don't
with
know
the full weapon.
how many gold discs you had. I have 0 gold
I had
discs.
0. I had 0.
Yeah, okay. Maybe if I struggle a bit more, maybe if I were a bit lucky,
Yeah, that
I
could
could
have
maybe
been,
get it back. And
working
if you were unlucky also, but I think it's too many ifs to rely on, especially
Yeah.
now that I'm playing the big leagues. Like let's not try to rely on luck. Let's try to rely on skill.
Yeah.
And just another comment. Bug Hunter, not my game.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
boy, that was very
The-
sad to play and probably very sad to watch. So sorry for everyone.
No, if anything, I just feel like the utmost empathy for what happened, because you had like the lineup, if you had shot diagonally, moved diagonally, and then done your snipe to the right, you would have been able to take out that last extra bug you needed, but then like I think you were just like moving a little bit too fast there at the end of
I
that
have to
one.
practice more. I like the game, but I didn't practice Bug Hunter enough. So it's
I'm
like
right there
I
with
should
you.
do for the next week.
Yeah.
That's Bug-Hunter. Scary game to do fast.
Yeah. Alright,
Alright, I'll be
get
right back
the-
to the bathroom and we can open the
Yeah.
second game.
I'll get the board
Yeah, I'm
generated.
probably gonna also to go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah,
grab some water, and I'll be right back.
absolutely. The creature is back. It is once again time for Lizard. Alright, get this link over to them. And get this over here. Shoutouts to Lizard. But yeah, no, I definitely understand wanting to go to game 2 there. Without saying too much, I am quite excited about this card. Yeah, so A tier is playing 2 games. Yeah. Everybody in A tier is playing 2 games just because, like, the games tend to go by significantly faster.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah, they're just 2 separate games in the standings. So instead of getting 8 games, everybody gets 16 games in A tier. It is not best of, it is just both count.
We love getting games. Actually, now that I look at the previous card, like, I probably could have gone with 4 gold even with no progress. That probably would have been
Yeah,
a better bet than Rakshasa, because that's a scary game.
yeah. Like, since you did the terminal code for camouflage, like, that was kind of one of the options that I was thinking of as a potential gold disc, but then, like, obviously...
I don't think that counts, since you can just go to the... That's like doing gold disc realized with just doing the final score. I don't think that counts.
Yeah, no, I was meaning because since you did the terminal code and didn't get progress on your main save.
Oh. Yeah, I was hesitating to do that, like, to just do a... camouflage without the code to just do the thing, but since 14 was like the last level, that will have taken a bit long since I'm not too familiar with the gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I look at the card, like, probably Overbold, Bushido Ball, Night Manor, and Magic Garden, yes, that could have done it.
Yeah. If I...
Oh, Barbuta too.
Yeah, if Ivan had marked off the heckin' Rakshasa goal, would you have rushed for gold discs or gone into Avianos?
Wait, what?
If Ivan beat you to Rakshasa gold disc, would you have
Oh, definitely 4 gold disc. I'm not doing Avianos.
Yeah, fair.
But this Avianos can be completed in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 5 minutes, I'm like halfway through fucking athlete. I'm not good at Avianos fast. That's like my weakness.
You don't have to be good.
Please don't use that.
Hugo, the second match should be in the Discord chat?
Not right, I mean... Application error, server side effect, what? Okay. I like only connected to it on phone and I got an error on PC, but it's good.
I said about 5 minutes ago, let's not rely on luck, let's rely on skill, and I'm telling Hugo now, oh, you don't need to be skilled, you don't have to, I just have to be lucky. Yeah, the double standard, sorry.
Full board of Avianos, oh no! I'll go to learn this game one day.
Yeah, I need to get better at running Avianos fast as well. Let me actually get this so that I have the minus 60 here this time. Nope, not 60, minus 60. There we go. On my live split timer. Alright,
Commit only. I thought I spent forever on that blockbuster. Still a lot for just a gift.
Yeah. Are we good to go for round 2?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, go ahead and deafen up, and I'll see you both in bingo chat. Good luck.
Alright, good luck
Good
again.
luck, have fun
Bye.
again.
Have fun.
Alright, there's the deafens. Getting the ready count on both of them. Three, two, one, go! There's the reveal, so let me give you all the card here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that I was excited for this card, because we got 2 Divers Squares, baby! We'll see if either Hugo or Ivan know any divers. But yeah, for our generals this time around, we've got 15 levels across Block Koala, Devolution, and Warp Tank. We have 8 gifts from games on this card, Cherry Disc 2 games on this card, 8 levels from 3 games once again, 2 bosses from 4 games on this card. No, we have 3 Divers Squares. Sorry, I can't count. Yo, what the heck? I'm a bingo player. Yeah, true. Alright, let's see where everyone's going. We got Velgris, and Ivan's hopping into Divers. Gonna try and get this triple play here, or at least a double play. Maybe not gonna go for the Piranhas right away, but at least set up for them later. But in Velgris, we're just looking to clear out a shop stock. Doesn't take too long, just need to hopefully get around like 40-50 coins if we can help it. Hey, Scout. Two boss in 4 games, someone please do Porgy, would be sick. Yeah. That would be incredible. Just quickly drop a Diver's Cherry. No problem. That is 2 bosses. That's synergy. Alright, looks like Ivan is rushing the Godblood first, because we did not pick up any weapons. Exactly! Doing like the Wii Smart dance, or like not dance, that's not a dance, that's an emote. The face, you know, the little head tap, I'm doing that right now. At Matt. Alright, we got the money chest, we're gonna head back up top. Honestly, Scout, any number of that, or any amount of that would be great for Hugo. And there's the mark for Hugo right away. We're at least gonna stick around for the gift. But this would be a great cherry to go for. Since you're already grabbing 2 keys, you might as well try since you've powered up from the first shop. We have a little bit of no, we don't have gun, but we do have recovery, and we have, platform time. So, like, Hugo's in a pretty good spot here to continue this Velgris. But looks like we're just gonna stick with the gift. Maybe think about that cherry. Nope, okay, no cherry. I think that would have been a really good opportunity to go for that cherry. Especially because that's in line with the goal you already checked off. Oop, bouncing around a little bit. And there's Godblood for Ivan. Gonna stop there for now. We can easily drop back in for the 5 enemy types later. Night Manor next for Ivan. Guess who forgot the journal entries? Don't count. It's me! But now we actually have the goal for 10 journal entries, so it's fine. Alright, Hugo gonna do the classic 3 fuel tank route, and then we'll maybe figure out what our next fuel tank is here. That's 3, I believe, Hugo. Hugo? Okay, we're good, we're good. I was about ready to call Hugo out on counting. Looks like we're gonna go for the depths one. There's a little bit of a faster route that you can take that involves getting the lower left one in the shallows. Looks like Hugo might be double checking the map just to make sure that they're going the right way here. Heading upstairs for Ivan. Should be able to basically grab the rest of the journal entries pretty shortly here. Honestly, like, Night Manor wouldn't be a terrible cherry disc to do eventually, but like there are faster cherries. We have Mortal 2, we have Waldorf, we have Belgris. Ah, yes, Ivan definitely would have the Night Manor gift. Good catch. I've gone from the end of a match where you barely have to track anything to the start of a match where you have to track a lot. Okay, we've got our fuel tank. Playing it a little bit safe here. This is the one thing about the depths one. If you dash too much, it's pretty easy to get yourself in this situation where it's a little bit scary. I think Hugo's okay here. Still had another tick for that to go down before that was going to be a problem. Alright. Oh, we didn't save the fuel tank. Not that it matters that much. See, here's where, like, Hugo's going for this Rakshasa square. If Hugo had stuck around for that cherry disc, that might have been pretty cool earlier, because we'd be threatening 2 bingos. Granted, it would be a little bit later. True. Very true, Amber. But yeah, Rakshasa beat the Green Bridge mini-boss by arriving with 4+ skulls. That is not Night Manor, that is Mini and Max. I swear I can type. And we're looking to collect the full reward for saving the brainwashed mouse near the portrait. We'll see what Ivan grabs to make that a little easier, if much. Okay, here's our final death here for Hugo. Oop, whoa. Okay. Managed to chain those together, narrowly dodging the purples. Holy cow, those skulls. There's a game over for Hugo. Gonna send it again? No, Valbrace. Hugo, very, very comfortable in Valbrace here, judging by the movement we saw from her last time. Ah, thank you. Right, we were 1 death short of the thing, so that is correct. Okay, we're gonna grab the glove, which we definitely need. Gonna reset, head back up there, and just send it now, I think. Just need to grab a mushroom on the way in. Or a spore, I should say. Hello, playlist, how are you doing? And similarly, this will also get a gift for Hugo. Alright, so we're gonna drop the spore beneath us here. Shock face from Minnie, but it's fine because we have the spore. Shrink down and grab the jerk on the rat's head. There we go. Alright, gonna fight the mimic so we can get the rapier out of this. Ooh, now Ivan's gonna send an attempt at this Rakshasa goal. Which will get the gift, and potentially some bosses, if we keep it going. At least 1 boss if we clear the goal. Yeah, Hugo just gonna run back and forth in this hallway real quick here. Hugo a little bit more of a blocker. I tend to be a bit of a wiggler. I like to wiggle around and let the rats come to me so that I can hit them a little faster. but it's kind of funny looking at the way people play Valbrace, just differently. Everyone has like a slightly different way on how they approach it. Healing up with minor heal. The way you approach Valbrace is by not opening it. Fair. I play so recklessly in Valbrace in terms of my map movement because, like, I move my right hand over to the keyboard to, like, do the arrow key stuff, but then I, like, mash in such a way that I bump into walls constantly. Then I come back to controller for the fights. Ooh, a game over there for Ivan. I think we would have gotten the gift there for Rakshasa. We're sticking around anyway. This should be enough essence. Okay, we're heading over. And here comes the Valbrace gift and the square. The throne crumbles to dust. Yo, it's the return of Lazy Cop 5, let's go! No, it's Cops. Gonna head over to Vengeance and the final score, which Hugo showed last game she is very comfortable with. Kinda has his own strats here. Alright, here's another death game here. If we can just survive this one, no way! That was almost such a... That was such a smooth dodge, but then that other purple one just, like, kind of swept in out of nowhere there. That's rough. Alright, we're Dorfin now. Okay, had to take a little bit of a drink there. And in this case, we just need a cherry disc, so nothing too fancy, just get shells, get some puffins, get some keys. Whoa! Getting sent for a little bit of a trip there. I think there was a key back here that Ivan wanted, yeah. You regret not Lazy Cop 5ing Mora yesterday. I feel like it's better if it happens organically. Yeah, here we see Hugo's strategy again of actually using the cow here for its intended purpose. Clearing out the lawman as much as possible to give himself a little bit of a breathing room. Oh right, that is also a boss. Oh, that is one boss. Never mind. We need two bosses, so we're not gonna get this in Rail Heist. You hit the Club Paw 55. That's really funny. Shoutouts to Club Paw 55. Yeah, Hugo's got a really consistent strat here, it feels like. Like, it's not the fastest strat ever, but, like, it works and it's not that slow. And I think that's what's important here. I do think one small edit that Hugo could make here would be to stand at the left dynamite and shoot the right one. Exactly. When it comes to bingo, sometimes getting the absolute fastest strat is important, but for the most part, you want something that is consistent. I think Hugo might be taking the lever away. I really hope that Hugo jumps on Mr. Blue with the lever. Yeah, let's go! This is our lever now. Alright, startling the cow. And we're bringing a barrel too. We're putting the lever in the barrel. Well done, Hugo. Ivan up to 47 shells and 3 puffins. It should be pretty clear here to just hop back here, grab the extra 3 shells, and then send it. This will be a tiny snipe, not a huge one. Although, since Hugo just marked Rail Heist, Ivan knows that they can probably hold Waldorf for a moment. Maybe not too long, because it is Waldorf still. Whoops. So this is actually going to be a very effective hold here from Ivan, as long as they don't hold too long. But we're dealing with A tier here. I think our players generally know how long they can safely hold things for. The problem is, did your opponent hold the last goal? I think at this point you can probably safely assume Hugo did not hold that, probably. Because Ivan hadn't marked anything for a moment, so they could have easily been in a race. There's one thing that a lot of players have a sense for when it comes to like whether to hold or not to hold. Yeah, every second that Ivan is not marking the square is value at the moment. But if they wait too much longer... Hugo is coming up on this pretty quickly. Like, still got a little ways to go here. Okay, we've got 2 of our 3 heroes that we need here. Oh my god. So here's the thing. If Hugo were to just send it right now... This is getting a little scary now. Same situation. Oh no. I think Hugo might be getting this. Oh no! Every second matters right now! Hugo marking it! The hold has punished Ivan. Hugo now going to get the second cherry disc in Velgris. I'm not even playing and my heart is racing right now. No way. Oh, that's gotta be such a heartbreak there. But, definitely one of those things where if you're gonna hold a square like that, you can't get too caught up in what you're doing, and you kinda gotta have an idea for how long you're gonna be holding it. Grabbing Lightfoot. Didn't quite have enough for the gunpowder. Yeah, plenty of game to still go, for sure. This is absolutely not over for Ivan, but that definitely did hurt. The difference between it's the difference between a 5-3 now about to, like, probably soon to be 6-4 soonish. Because, like, Ivan might be having a few issues right now in tactics, but, like, we're getting close here. We just need to promote a few more things here. Making sure to babysit the heroes. Not quite getting the star credit there. I might want to pull that hero back. There we go. Alright, 1 promotion. Two promotions. Three promotions. Gotta keep that hero alive now. 1 more promotion needed. There it is. That's 3 heroes. Yeah, don't hold this one. Now we do have score 100 plus points in survival, or 1,000, not 100. What am I talking about? 100 would have been done ages ago. Alright, Hugo now into level 3. You've heard of Fist Hell, but what about Fish Hell? Right, we do have... Okay, yeah, we already marked that. Alright, taking down the bird. Quite a few blocks just gone because there's so many fish swimming back and forth. Level 3 always makes me so nervous. So, very well handled here by Hugo right now. And Ivan about halfway. It's hard to see under the Discord live indicator, but we do see a 5, so... We are about halfway through and we're getting 14 points a turn. 600? Ivan looks like he should have a pretty solid, pretty solid go at this. Was that a death on Hugo if we're hovering back to library? Oh, yeah, must have been. Okay. Hugo now gonna focus on Rakshasa for a bit again. Wow, yeah, like... So the thing here for Hugo is that they are threatening both column 2 and row 3. If they can just land that Cherry Disc 2 games on this card. Alright, there's our... I'm waiting for the 1,000... Oh no, it's 800, not 900 right now. Oh, game over at 3 skulls again for Hugo. Getting close to the 1,000 required points here for Ivan. Just a few more turns. There it is, 1K. Gonna mark that immediately. Hyper Contender now for Ivan. Gold Disc as Yogo or Sephi. And we do know that both Hugo and Ivan are pretty comfortable with Sephi. We definitely know it for sure with Ivan, considering the past roll clear. Alright, 3 skulls, need 1 more death here. And yeah, the later you get into survival mode, the background changes more and more. eventually until, like, the background becomes pitch black. I've not gotten to that point myself, but I've seen a lot of pictures in the Discord. Okay, here we go. We have the green troll. So this'll be a good block and an attack for Hugo. And a boss. Well, one of 2 bosses, but we're not sticking around. Okay, Mortal 2. This'll be a quick cherry. I think Hugo is going for the kill here. I doubt we're gonna be going for the 4 worms. We might be, but like... Seeing the scroll of the story partially off because Hugo is tabbed out. Well, considering Hugo's not just rushing for it immediately, I wonder if we actually are still going for the all 4 worms in combination with the cherry disc. We'll find out. Sevi versus Voltana is very interesting. It really just becomes a spacing game. Both players have like a particular zone they want to be in. And it's just a matter of like if one of them is like horizontally at just the right spot towards the other. Although I guess Voltana can still shoot upwards. Alright. Ivan had a pretty clean fight against Donkus the first time around, I believe. I do not recall seeing any retries. So hopefully able to keep the Curse of Donkus in Season 3 away. Yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. Keeping Donkus pretty well stun-locked right now. Oop, double hit. I'm gonna need to sneak a couple rings here. Ooh. The donk dart. Right, here's worm number 1. Oh, and we're also gonna grab the switch here for the gift. Okay, I like what Hugo's doing here. Attacking here with the potential for a bingo, but I don't think Hugo's going to be very closely chasing that. Might try for it, but isn't relying on it. Basically, setting themselves up such that, like, whether or not they win the race, they're still, like, in a good position if they wind up trying to capitalize on the bingo threat a little bit later. And I think for Ivan, this is just a relatively quick square that he feels comfortable in. Yo, everyone, get out your lighters, get out your phones, raise them high. It's Block Koala music time. Can you imagine a freaking stadium of people, like, swaying lighters and cell phones back and forth to the freaking Block Koala theme? Oh no. It's so funny, like, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, but, like, the Block Koala theme has, like, a couple of parts to it. This first half of it is the part that drives me mad slowly over time. Like, it's catchy, it's good, but also, you hear it on repeat for so long, and you, like, kind of, like, you go a little mad. But this little second half coming up here is actually just pretty nice no matter what. I like this part. Especially this coming up here. Yeah, that part. Alright, we're on level 8, Seppi versus Seppi. So this will be our first progress towards 8 levels. It's probably also another little bit of synergy that Ivan is looking for. Getting a little bit blocked here by the opponent Seppi. I think we mistimed that pipe. Just no, that works. I didn't realize that that still worked. Gonna take a bomber over to just deal with these jerks. Unfortunately, with the way Hugo's set up here, you're kind of at the mercy of the ultimate mix-up. This guy is going to walk back and forth, and there's nothing you can do about it. There we go. Finally got him. Ivan just looking to secure, like, one good hit here. Nicely done. So that's gonna be a Hyper Contender Gold Disc, which doesn't count for much, but it is 8 levels and the Gold Disc as Seppi Square itself. Ooh, Mortal 2 for Ivan as well. Hugo does have a bit of a lead going on here, but if Ivan is really, really fast and efficient about this, I don't know. I think it would still take quite a bit for Ivan to catch up here. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but... Also, yeah, if it just so happens that Ivan rushes the cherry, then that would be a huge block. I believe that is that the last worm? Okay, yeah, we did get the one in the center along the cherry route. So Ivan's probably gonna see that, and I think... Okay, yeah, it looks like we're heading over to the right, and we're just gonna push Cherry Disc here. Oh, Hugo's gonna look to get the bosses here. Okay, resetting, and now we're gonna go grab the quick Cherry Disc as well, and the second boss as well. Goodness. This suddenly became a pretty intense race for Immortal 2 Cherry of all things. Yeah, Hugo is just pushing that. But so is Ivan. I think Ivan has a little bit of a lead here, but it's not that big of a lead. Oh my god, this is in sync right now. Okay, no, never mind. Hugo still has to go to the left to get that. Oh my god. I've never been so hyped for a Mortal 2 race. Do we have the keys we need here? I think we're missing 2 keys right now, Ivan. Wait, go back for the keys. We need an engineer. Oh no. Now, Ivan did bring forward... Oh my god, this is like neck and neck right now. Because Ivan's already spent that key. It is now just who gets to the final boss. They both have the keys they need. Oh no! That death might have been a huge setback. Okay, looks like Ivan's gonna just drop more portals for safety here. Hopefully gonna be careful about putting those in the right spots here. A death for Hugo! Okay. Gonna maybe be a little moment here. Ivan has a little bit of an advantage here now. Gonna drop that portal up high, wait a moment. Okay, this is looking pretty good for Ivan. Hugo is right on their tail. This is so close, what the hell? Oh no, Hugo dropped a bomb and, like, didn't quite hit the nest there. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna drop a platform. But it looks like Ivan just snuck by, so I think that gained a little bit of extra time there. I think Ivan might have this. Just needs to click the square very, very quickly when that's done. Wow. One heart down. Both of them are going to do bomb strats here. So I think at this point, since the bombs are, like, pretty free, you just gotta make sure you click it as soon as you see the cherry disc icon in the bottom right. Wow. Waiting for the cherry disc icon. There it is, and there's the mark. Amazing race! Okay, Hugo, finish out the cherry disc, at least get your bosses. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't mark the cherries. I forgot to mark Waldorf for both of them. You're right, you're right. Yeah. Both of them did Waldorf. Was the other cherry. Hugo, finish out 2 bosses? Or do we get the other boss up above? I think there were a couple of... Wait, didn't I get Mortal 2 for Hugo? I don't think so. Okay, we're doing a gift rush now. Let's get the right squares marked here. We got divers for Ivan and block koala for Hugo. This is probably just going to be a gift. Oh right, and both of them have Waldorf for sure, because they cherried. Okay, that was the one I was missing. Think we're back in sync now. Alright, there's the super efficient gift. I would joke about no style points, but I think at the point that we're at, I don't think we care about that. I think we just need to be getting gifts done. So I imagine we're going to be working towards 5 enemy types for Ivan here. We are level 2. I didn't see if we like got an urchin yet. That was the bomb drop! Wait, Ivan just got the bomb drop. That's huge! Ivan could easily pivot this into win a fight against piranhas, like after... I say pivot, but it's not going to be a pivot. Ivan could continue this into win a fight against piranhas with that bomb drop. That is a huge, huge swing. You love to see it. Okay, Cybrows for the final... No, I think we still need 2 more gifts. Although I might have spaced out on a quick gift that happened to me. Oh wait, that was Night Manor. We got Night Manor gift. I remembered we were in something for a brief moment after Block Koala that I forgot to mark. It was Night Manor. We hit the killer. We just have this last get me out to finish things out for Hugo. And where is the gifts at right now? Ooh, right in that diagonal that's remaining, so that'll be a good block as well. Good on Hugo for, like, keeping an eye out for these quick gifts. That is Cyber Owl's done. 8 gifts out of the way. Okay, Ivan's just gonna push back to base right now with the flippers in tow. Okay, and Hugo is gonna stick around in Cyber Owls to get the 2k points without Congo Basin. This is kind of reminding me that I should probably learn the barrel juggle strats that have been discussed. It's probably a pretty handy thing to have in your back pocket. No way, okay. So, Ivan banked that progress and is now hopping into Cyber Owls. He's going to Chicago, does he know the barrel juggle? Don't mind me, I'm just getting really excited over here. This is looking like a barrel juggle. Oop, not quite. Okay, maybe not a barrel juggle. Ah. Okay. If that had been like a barrel juggle that got the necessary points after one clear, that would have been an incredible snipe. But it looks like at this point we just have a pretty solid race, and Hugo's in a bit of an auto-scroller here, so there's not too much you can do to speed this up. So it'll be very interesting to see where both players go after this. Hey, Mora. Me too. If anything, I might just have to learn it myself so that I can try and execute it. I'm a little nervous about, but like, you know. Oh my god. Did y'all just see what happened to Ivan there? Ivan respawned on an extra life and immediately took 6 damage. That was the thing that was mentioned in one of the previous matches, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, not quite getting a barrel juggle there. That grenade probably gonna scare off the cat. Wow, what the hell was that all about? Alright, well, Hugo now at Road Toad. This was actually kind of looking like it was going to be a pretty close race. I mean, it's still not over, but that death was definitely a pretty big setback for Ivan. That was so weird. What did the 6 damage to Ivan there? Like, surely the rats didn't hit that many times, right? So here's where it happened last time. Let's... Yeah, no, you should have iframes at the start here. And that's what happened this time. So this time it didn't happen. It's almost as if it, like, considered him to be falling off the bottom of the screen 3 times in a row with how it ticked down. That was so weird. But, in any case, we are heading into the elevator here, and Hugo is pretty close behind here with some lives in tow, so... This is looking pretty good for Hugo. Yeah, and Hugo just needs to play it safe. Not that she has any way of knowing this, but as long as they just make it there and don't die, should be fine. Well, don't die 3 times, more specifically. I'd definitely be curious to see where this race was, if not for that weird glitch that happened to Ivan. Like, that had to be a bug, right? I can't think of that as anything other than a bug. Alright, everybody, sing along! Bom 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 bom. There we go. There's the clear for Ivan on one stage. Not gonna be 2,000 points, but heading over into Moscow. And I don't think it's going to take the entirety of Moscow for Hugo to finish out Chicago. Now, the one thing about this is that we will have to play this actually stealthy. I'm so used to just like going fast here, then I was like, wait, no, we gotta wait. I'm not sure if that guard's gonna wake up from the sleep dart here and take us down to 50 points here. Nope, okay, we had enough time. Alright, there's the mark, or that's gonna be the mark pretty shortly here. 2785, that is more than 2,000. Everybody backing out here. That is also going to be 2 bosses for Hugo in Cyber Owls. I don't think that's gonna be... or wait, no, Hugo. Hugo. Hugo definitely also... wait, no. Hugo... I actually don't know if both of them got it in Mortal 2. Okay, heading back over to Rakshasa. I think Hugo's gonna be thinking about bosses now. And we've got Mortal for Ivan. We've got a little bit of a stack of arrows there. I can't help but wonder if this is nerves setting in, because that definitely feels like it might just be accidentally hitting the button when you don't mean to. Not sure. I can't speak for Ivan. I just know that, like, in this situation, I'd be, in a little bit of a panic of just, like, looking for places that I can get points. Just kind of looking for my outs. So, if that's what those 3 arrows at the start were, then I, very much understand. But it looks like we're settling into Mortal a little bit better now. Oh, needed to move a little bit forward before we did that. If you die just after that block, then you'll get dropped off in there for the 5 lives. Okay, yeah, we have to be doing this for 2 bosses. I'm gonna really quickly peek at... Ooh, that's my own audio. Let's head back really quick. Wanna go check my VODs. Looks like we just went out of Mortal 2, so we might need to go take out another boss in Mortal 2, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, we fought the dinosaur up above, didn't we? I'm remembering a little bit more now. Hugo now on Borkus. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be 2 bosses in Rakshasa. Okay, I'm pretty sure Hugo got the 2 in Mortal 2. Just making sure I double check this before we get to a point where it's necessary to know for sure. Right, so then we dealt with that. Got hit by that worm down there. Ran up above. Okay, yeah, here's the part where we took out the dinosaur up above. No, or we didn't! We didn't! We're missing a boss, I think. I don't think we have the 2 bosses in, Mortal 2. We didn't take out the scorpion, we didn't take out anything else other than the weird little minotaur thing out in front. So... if Hugo marks... if Hugo marks bosses after beating level 2 in Seaside, I think I might have to call for a pause and double check. I don't think this is going to be a square that is going to be contested by Ivan either way, so I don't think it should make much of a difference, but, like, other than the amount of time invested by Hugo. In any case, we'll deal with that when that comes. Hey, Winterbit. Welcome to Game 2. This has been really intense. And there's all levels in World 1. Neither player pushing, well, okay, I think Ivan might go push 8 levels in 3 games right now. No, not yet. Does have the advantage, though. We're gonna go take on some piranhas, I bet. Go buy a bomb. No, wait, no, we don't care about that yet. We actually can't afford it right now. We're gonna have to farm up a little bit. I don't think we grabbed the chest. Oh, we still have 5 unique enemy types on the card. Never mind, I understand. We're gonna go, like, take care of that really quickly. And at level 2 it should be a lot more consistent. And I believe we have a good mix of shock sticks and, Ooh, I don't think splitting your attacks that way between turns is a great idea. You want to hit with the shock sticks on the slime first. Now hopefully Orlok is able to take down this crab. Ah, not quite. We did get the slime, so that does count for that. I imagine we've taken down eels, urchins, anemones, and slime balls, so like one more. We've spent quite a bit on various stick types. We do have the bomb material, so if Ivan does kind of like sit around for a little bit and actually grind up to level 3, can easily go grab the bomb, maybe with the 500 chest down below. Alright, yeah, we just need one more enemy type from these little globs that fly at you. Alright, we got slime eels. There it is, that should potentially be 5 unique enemy types. Potentially. Might be missing the anemones now that I think about it. Because if there's any enemy type missing, it would probably be that or the urchin. But we've definitely fought eels, so I know I've at least seen 3 myself. Maybe gonna go try and fight a crab here. Honestly, the baller play here would be to farm up to level 3 and then have piranhas be your last enemy type. Get the double mark. No crabs in that encounter. Honestly, at this point, if you're missing the anemones, then I think you just head down below. I have a feeling we're just missing the anemones. Okay, I'm gonna call for a pause real quick. Just double checking here. Hugo says stayed and killed it. Remembered last second. I'll say okay for now, and we'll know for sure. I should have just looked at Hugo's library, because there'd be a cherry disc there if so. Alright, here we go. Alright, they're back in action. I can literally check here in the VOD. There's the gift. Oh yeah. I don't want to distract them, but they literally have the cherry in the library. What am I thinking? I'll definitely do a little apology after that. But I guess it's probably better to pause and not need it than to not pause but would potentially have needed it. Anyway, we're working towards the UFO in stage 3. Ooh, another death in divers. That's unfortunate. But okay, it looks like we did get the enemy kill that we were looking for. And that is probably going to be a free square for piranhas compared to the setup that Hugo has right now. Over to Evil Game. Ooh, okay, yeah. Reach round 8, and this will also be progress towards Puzzler. Oh, thank you. I would say that, or I would go back and calculate the time, but, I'm pretty sure we're not going to time on this card. It's about a minute off at most. Alright, there's our UFO done from stage 3. UFO dead, pilot in shambles. We're back to Lazy Cop 5. Will it ever get old calling this Lazy Cop 5? Nah. actually picking up the Super Punch that I always forget is there. It's like 500 wild, buddy. Okay, we're on round 2, which means we've cleared 1 wave of Demolition. 1 money crate brought back intact. We have very tactfully brought back that crate. Sorry, I'm still giggling at Spoody's comment about, bringing them back intact. We have to tactfully bring them back. Okay, we're gonna... Ooh, okay. I think you might need to bait that shot with the box if you're gonna be going for that strat. This will be another level done in Demolition. This will actually be 8 level synergy. Oh my god, wait a minute. Oh, I love this, actually, for Ivan right now. If Ivan gets this Demolition done, that's gonna be 8 levels done just by virtue of well, okay, you need to beat round 8 for that to count. But then you can go finish up Puzzler and, like, do 1 extra level. And then go, like, you're already set up in Divers. Let's see, so we've already beaten 2 levels in Rail Heist. So theoretically, after this goal is done, we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 levels in Rail Heist. So if we do, like, 2 more levels, then Hugo can, at least get some progress in 8 levels, but, like, there is a very real bingo threat forming here for Ivan if Hugo's not careful here. And I believe all of Hugo's bingo opportunities are blocked. Yeah. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. You beat 8 levels in Demolition, then you go get your 7 levels of Warp Tank done, but then do 1 extra level so that you can actually, you know, get the last of your 8 levels done. Wait, we're getting all the way here and then... I think we didn't need to reset there. Like, it would have been a little bit annoying, but I think it was doable. Okay, here we go. I think we're a little better set up this time. Just gonna take the safe and, moita this guy. I'm not the best at commentating over Demolition here, but, cruising along on level 4. Please. There we go. We've beaten 3 levels. Demolition's one of those games where if I don't watch the entire chain being built, I can't follow it very well. So I don't know where our start point is right now for this chain. I'll pay a little better attention on the next wave. Okay, we should be pretty well set up right now to, Ooh, okay, that's a little scary. Got this dude back here that we're gonna need to worry about. No! Hugo! Watch out for the turret! Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Like, sure, by the time you are done with everything, you'll have done 16 puzzler levels, but oh no. I mean, technically you only need to do 7 Demolition to reach round 8, but you're probably better off finishing out round 8 for the synergy. Yeah. And conveniently enough, that does kind of match what, well, mostly match what Ivan's about to have with a Rail Heist swap for Devolution. Because right now, we've got 8 levels in Hyper Contender for Ivan, and nothing else. Like, nope, there's no other, like, 8 levels done. Okay, we've got a clean shot here at Mr. Blue. Okay, just now marking stage 3. So here's the thing, Hugo cannot, even if Hugo gets majority, Hugo is going to have to do one of these remaining goals. We're in a very similar situation to last game. Holy crap. Like, we are in another situation where Hugo has advantage, point-wise, but board position, I think I really like where Ivan's at right now. Used to stay on the hub while you planned warp tank strats? Yeah. It's a really cozy song to just vibe to. Okay, we're setting up a kill here on these 2 lawmen. Love this. This is so goofy. Rail Heist is such a good game, y'all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we do not want to hit the lever right now. Technically, we could go up and punch our other outlaw. Okay, no, we're just gonna wait it out. This is a little scary. Okay, they're both going the same direction now. Gonna need to find a way to get this done in 18 seconds here. Regardless of what happens here, we're going to have to get both of our lawmen just, like, dealt with here. Oh, and we punched the crate. We're gonna have to take a death. Oh yeah, you probably don't want to... There's 2 crates on that level, right? Yeah. So you probably... well, It's a little bit of an awkward stage to get this on, actually. I said I was going to keep track, and then I stopped keeping track. Oops. There's 5 levels done in Devolution. How's this chain looking? Got some good coverage on the purple demons on the lower left. Might need like one more hit on the very bottom left one, but that's being worked on right now. Perfect. Lower right is covered with the rocket. So I think for this stage, you probably want to punch the ground out underneath that, underneath the upper money crate, and have that be the way you get that down. Okay, we're getting rid of the lawmen, and I think we should be good now. Okay, yeah, it looks like Hugo is setting up, uh-oh, you might want to have the barrels a little bit farther over so that you don't accidentally break it with your head. Alright, giving ourselves an escape path, and now we just need to grab the crate by punching it out from below. And we are 6 levels. I swear I keep looking away right when the detonation happens. Alright, there's another crate down. Yeah, Hugo's gonna have to do a level rush after this, but Ivan definitely has a pretty strong advantage as far as levels go. I love Rail Heist. What's with these 2 lawmen guarding this cow anyway? Yeah. Yeah, like, Hugo does at least have some progress, so they're not completely out of it. But, after you knock out those first 2 levels, you're 1/3 of the way done, and you still have to find another set of, There we go. Should be that goal done. Probably marking it immediately. Over to Demolition right now, okay? This is where probably Hugo might need to be. I do not envy the situation that Hugo is in right now. Ivan just needs to get a little bit more progress to mark this off. There's 1 round down for Hugo. Shoutouts to the start of Demolition not being too terrible for me. I can actually follow the first couple rounds of Demolition. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Ivan's, and it's just like this giant soup. Looking for... Yeah, this is looking a little scary, I think. Still have a lot of pieces to work with, but, what? What are the big problems right now? Where are we sending this off? I guess I'm gonna be watching this chain get set off here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was looking at that X, and that hits the snake, sets off the cannon, and then starts a lot of hits that'll cover a bunch of things. Okay, we're doing that demon, and... Wait, did we mean to do that? Did we accidentally set off the... No way, I think we accidentally started it incorrectly, but I think we're fine, actually? That's... 5 is greater than 4. That is going to be reach round 8 done. That's 7 levels of Demolition! Right? It starts at 1. Maybe both of them into Block Koala. No, it's not pause time. It's not pause time. 'Cause they successfully reached round 8. Ivan just didn't actually get 8 levels done. It's Blarch, baby. Yeah, so Demolition is reach round 8, So that goal is clear. But my main concern here is that for 8 levels in 3 games on this card, that Devilition isn't going to count for that. But it's okay, we'll, right, let me actually... It's 2 levels done each. Ivan hopping into level 3 is gonna be a little bit slower here. Hugo also hopping into level 3. Ivan is 7 levels done with Devilition and 2 in Block Koala. So we might just do 8 levels of Block Koala, 8 levels of Warp Tank, and then hop into Divers. Genuinely, I think Hugo's best bet right now is to hop in Divers and just start grinding, but I don't think Hugo knows that right now. Like, cause how could you? You've seen Ivan mark off a bunch of Divers squares, so you know Ivan has some level of setup in Divers. So you're probably feeling like you can't contest that, right? Jump ahead a little bit. As much as that song is good for Mortal 2, and some moments of the cast, So I think that's gonna be... Is that the 3rd level done for Hugo? Yeah, it's the... I accidentally clicked that a little too early. Hugo backed out of level 3. So Hugo is gonna gain back a little bit of time here, but is still probably gonna lose Puzzler. Life may be precious, but the bomber is blocked in. True. Oop. Honk. Try again. There's another level for Ivan. Hugo going back into level 3, oh no. I wonder if that was actually just an intentional pivot from Ivan, just looking at piece count and feeling a little overwhelmed in Devilition, or maybe just like less comfortable in Devilition at that point. And just saying, no, I'll get my 8 levels elsewhere. Another one for Ivan. Pretty good shape right now. If Ivan marks it off at 14, then we'll know for sure. And that's going to be a little bit of a heartbreak. I really hope that that doesn't wind up happening. Nope, we want to push that up there first. Gotta get that up on the fountain first. Five levels now for Hugo. This actually... No. Ivan still does have the progress in a hyper contender that is an advantage for them. There we go, we got the right setup this time. So they both have the same amount of progress in Block Koala, but... Ivan should be winning overall here. +1 for Hugo. Hugo probably going to be... I guess the one thing here about a miss mark would be kind of telling here. So I'm really hoping Ivan knows that he's got 7 levels completed in Devolution, because if I have to pause to unmark that, then that's going to give information to Hugo that they need to go into divers immediately. And I really, really hope that that's not what this comes to. Currently at 6 levels right now for Hugo. Looking around at some levels here to look for something fast. Maybe checking checking the Pine video. Just like anxiously watching right now. I really, really, really do hope that Ivan knows. So for this one, I think we just need to push... No... Yeah, there we go. I think that should be good now. Just get that 5 out of the way, and then we can push the star block in. Okay, they're not marking Puzzler yet. Which means I think we're fine. I think this means we're fine. There's no reason to be holding anything right now. So, I think if Ivan thought he had this, he would have marked it by now. I think Ivan's running around looking at levels right now, being like, where can I get my 8th level right now? This is the most intense Block Koala race I've ever witnessed. I mean, the Block Koala race itself doesn't matter that much for, Hugo's sake here, but, like, Hugo still needs these 8 levels to contest at all right now. It's really going to come down to what decisions they make at the very end after Puzzler gets clicked. Oh no, we're a little trapped on the left there. Gonna need to build that up. Bring that 2 over to push the 3 down. We're kind of like getting an... Okay, no, this also works. Alright, get all these other blocks out of the way. So this should be Puzzler done for, Alright. And... Puzzler is now valid. There it is. Okay, we're not marking 8 levels in 3 games. Hugo now in the fountain, stuck between the fountains, where do I go? Okay. Ivan gonna now hop into a tactics. Hugo, genuinely, go divers right now. I kind of appreciate this crash out a little bit because I totally get it, but also, go divers! I do think this is, I think this is the play you need to make here for Ivan. You need to go finish up those 8 levels so Hugo can't snipe you on that. And Ivan does have decent progress in divers, but it's not insurmountable. It's one of those things where, like, if you're not comfortable with, like, the process for, like, fighting piranhas and stuff, there is absolutely a world here where Hugo could catch up if they get pretty lucky with getting a bomb drop, which, again, Ivan already does have the bomb drop set up in divers, as far, like, unless there was an extra reset that I was unaware of. Right, let's mark Block Koala there for Ivan. Hugo currently still at 6 levels, I believe, for Rail Heist. I didn't catch if Hugo went back to clear out the first 2 levels. Okay, Hugo, you're almost there. You just need to get the 4 out of the way. Yeah, yeah, that's the shit. Alright, now we're gonna move the block up. Not quite that high. Ooh, that was a big honk. That was a big honk. Shoutouts to Block Koala not, like, actually saving your individual steps, and only, like, catching what you do after a giant, like, move. And I think we were fine before. God damn, y'all. I am unbelievably excited to see how all of the matches play out this season. This is week 1! This is week 1! Alright, there's our 8 levels in Block Koala. Okay, we're hopping back into Rail Heist. Hey Zachary, you just caught the end of both players playing 8 levels of Block Koala. Yeah, same Winterbit. I think that would be way nicer. So you just missed 16 levels of Block Koala content, although many of those levels kind of clashed with each other and were similar, but you know. Me too, I really hope that they play it out. I would feel so bad if there was a concession. Oh no, Ivan's having a little bit of a problem here in tactics from the sounds of it. Just block the one blue guy and you got it. Yeah. Over to Hyper Contender. So that's Rail Heist done for Hugo. We are now tied up at 2 sets of 8 levels each. Oh! Oh, we're doing the cheese! Let's go! This is what you gotta do. Very smart play from Hugo here to, like, adjust the options in Hyper Contender. We don't quite see that very often. But it's on the card, and this still counts for levels. There's another win for Ivan. Oh my god, is Hugo gonna catch up here? No, give me my diver's race! This is actually huge for Hugo, though. I do not believe so. Oh, wait. This is the last level for Ivan, okay. Just need one more! That's a draw! I love the there it is to there it isn't pipeline. Ooh, looks like Hugo had to reset. Oh my god, my heart is racing right now, just... No way, this is all so much here. Okay, we've got a nice archer position down there to clear out the bottom line. Hopefully we can get a few of our dudes across here. Oh, okay, we're gonna have some attacks coming up here pretty shortly. We're gonna need to defend here. Okay, we got grunt defense. Gonna need to get something down there to deal with the bottom two. Okay, we got our conga line. We're gonna need to get something in the way here. Okay, good. Grunt defense, blocking it off. 8 levels done! Mark the square. Wait! Didn't you already do Hyper Contender, Ivan? You've gold okay, okay. I think Ivan looked and realized, wait a minute, I already have the gold disc. Okay. Hugo dropping GGG in the terminal. It's pretty likely gonna go in Ivan's favor at this point, but Hugo deploying options. So here's the thing, if this is the same file from before, Ivan should already have the diver, or the bomb drop. Hugo says, GG, I forfeit unless you want to beat some piranhas. Ivan is asking, are you sure? Ivan says, hold on for 15 minutes, and Hugo says, nah, honestly, I can try. Okay, we're playing it out. I'm giving them a smiley face. Now, I don't think you want to be fighting down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ivan should have the bomb drop. Hugo has not ducked into divers at all. If this is the same file that we've been playing on for all of this divers, then Ivan should already have the bomb drop in hand, and just needs to get the money to make it. And then actually grind up to level 3, get the lance, send it with the sticks and the lids and the bomb. Alright, Hugo grabbing sticks, potion. This is the correct start. Got some lizard wiggle. Look at it go! Look at it go! Zoom! Dylan go zoomy! This is me, communing with, the lizards. Appropriate song to swim around in divers, too. Oh my god, yeah, winter bit, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I agree with that canvas. Get your shock sticks, get your shock sticks! Wait, we're not going with bombs? Okay, now we're gonna grind up another level. Yeah, this is kind of why I was hoping, Hugo would play this out. Cause, like, there's a very real shot here. We really need to get, okay, we have 800 gold. Is Ivan gonna head back? Okay, we're heading back. Wonder if now we're gonna grab the bomb? I don't think wasn't the bomb 500? Yeah, it's 500. Oh! Hugo got the bomb drop, actually! Okay, Ivan is going with the bomb. So now this really is going to come down to which encounter we get if we're going through at level 3 with sticks and no lid. The one thing about piranhas, they don't start at full HP, so one round of attacks will usually take them out, but they have lifesteal. So one thing you can do to help prevent that lifesteal from being as effective, we got a good encounter. Just got a bomb. Okay, now we got a stack on the other one. Typically you're gonna wanna stick with 2 of the divers and bomb on the other, but honestly I think it actually works out pretty decently. Ooh, a tough fight here. And this is where having the lance would come in handy. If you have the lance for this fight, it's so much more consistent. Okay, gonna reset. Yeah, that was looking pretty grim. But yeah, if you purchase lids... Yeah, exactly what Canvas said here. You want to stick twice on the first piranha and bomb on the third. triple piranha, that's not great. Okay. We're down to 2 piranhas now at least. This is, maybe not the fight we want to be taking. Yeah, it's, it is a 2/3 chance for this version of the fight to show up. So if we're going with this loadout, we are really counting on, we're really counting on the urchin version of the fight. It's only a slot machine with the current strategy we're running. You could make this 100 times more consistent by taking a bit of extra time to bring the bomb down, grab the shock lance below the ruins, and then pick up a shock lid on at least one of your divers. Preferably 2, honestly, with the money we have right now. Hugo? Where's Hugo at right now? We are at level 3. How's our equipment doing? Okay, we're heading back. At that point, you might as well reset if you're just gonna make an adjustment to your equipment. It looks like Ivan's gonna grind out another level here. Oh, we forgot the bomb! Okay, so Hugo, I think, is gonna go try and get the shock lance? Without flippers, that might be a little scary. Because I don't think I saw flippers. Oh, right, I had that pause and I forgot the timer for a minute, right? Not having the flippers here really sucks. Run, Hugo, run! Probably want to go to the right there. Ooh. Yep, because we need to drop the bomb here. No! Run! Oh my god. Oh my god! The lucky escape! Okay, Ivan's got the right strategy this time. Is it enough? A miss from the piranhas! There we go. Okay, now we just need to take out the urchin? No way. Holy crap. Wow. I'm really glad you played that out because that was actually a really intense race.
I'm surprised.
Sorry, you can't forfeit, Hugo, because you're in the advantage. You have to hold, even though you...
Oh, that's true.
You might have won even by doing nothing, so you can't say forfeit.
I
because you have the
forgot.
tie-break advantage.
Yeah.
I thank you for repeating it, honestly.
Yeah, the earlier trips into divers wound up getting, like, to level 2-ish, so, like, there was an advantage on, like, some materials and stuff like that, but, like, you, came in pretty quickly and, also picked up, like, both of you got a pretty quick bomb drop. As it turns out.
I'm surprised. I usually get super unlucky on enemy drops.
Yeah. And then, without, like, any shock lids or anything to reduce the amount of, HP that they were, stealing back, rolling the, 3 piranha fight was, like, really, really rough on Ivan's side.
Oh, that must have been tough, yeah.
So it wound up, getting the, 2 piranha and the urchin.
Yeah, I tried to re-roll that several times, I don't know the chances. If his Spooty is on chat, he probably knows, and he's
It's
probably
a 66% chance for the triple piranha and a 33% chance for the
I see.
2 piranha, 1 urchin.
It's actually a very, very big chance. 1 in 3.
Yeah. And I think there might have been a chance if you had like swapped out the non-bomb items for shock lids, maybe. But going for the lance otherwise is probably the way to make that the most consistent if you're just going for it at level 3. But you managed to get it without it, so that was really cool.
Yeah, that was really, really intense. I was actually shouting here on my room
Yeah,
after I won.
I can imagine. Oh my god.
It was even a bingo win. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, before some of the other squares got marked off, I was like, oh no, if Hugo gets 13, it's still not over. Until that bingo gets blocked.
Oh yeah, well there
Was
was
that?
this.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was honestly
Yeah,
gonna
I didn't
synergy
even think
puzzler and 8 levels. Like I wanted to do 8 block koala levels and go back to realize they don't do the hyper contender thing. I don't even know if hyper contender would have counted with
It would have.
the rings I did.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm so close then.
Yeah,
Probably would
like,
have gotten it if Gilroy didn't get my ass.
and
And if I took Warp Tank instead of fucking block koala too.
yeah.
I should have stayed in Devolution actually. Probably would have been faster. Yeah.
Yeah, I should also stayed in Devolution for the 8 levels, but my brain was already frying. And no, I didn't even think about it. I just saw the Hugo had 12 at the time. And okay, maybe just mark
Right.
this and maybe try to grab one another square to maybe have a
understand the
better
pressure,
tiebreak.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was actually a better decision to try to finish the round 8 because I had the one with hyper container also. And
Yeah.
I went back to just verify the hyper container had 8 levels.
Honestly, when I saw the Devolution check, I was like, oh, I'm cooked. I have no puzzler progress besides the 3 level I just did in Devolution. So you have 4 more. I have no diver progress, and you have 2 squares checked. And I have no 8 level progress. Oh,
a bit of a fun fact, or maybe not so fun, but when I do a square that I think it's hard or hardish, I always remember a match Matt has casted, and he said in the post-match discussion, he said, I would hold this square forever. And that's what I was thinking with the Waldorf Cherry. Though it's not really a hard one, especially in 8 tier, I think a lot of people can do it very fast. But I
Yeah.
got so fixed in doing the Athletics Go, and I forgot to
oh, you
mark
did
the
Waldorf
square.
before?
Yeah.
Yes, I was trying to hold
nice.
it, but I held for too long.
Yeah.
And then you marked it. It was such a heartbreaking moment.
I kinda did that too with Seaside. I held it for a while. But yeah, there's no guarantee to do it fast this one, so I kinda knew what to do with it. I don't know how long to hold it, I just did it for a while, but I don't know if that was relevant.
But in
But
general, great match.
Yeah.
I played B2 last year, and I asked in the sheet to join 8 tier because those are the games that I'm looking for. Not just this one, but
Yes.
the previous one also.
Yeah, like,
It's so exciting. I like it very much doing this.
I'm glad to be in 8 years this time too.
yeah, like, I'm just
Cool,
having back and forth between the 2 games right now, and just like, damn. Like, yeah, those were both amazing games, holy crap.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I said in a poll that we had in 8 tier that the most fun matches I had last season were the ones that either I had lost or that were really close. And these 2 ones that are here, they were top in terms of fun
Insanely
that I had.
close.
Insane cool matches.
Very stressful in
maybe
a
if
good
I
way.
had like even though if you had a better lead and if you won both, I'd say top matches I played in all bingo career. Even though I've just participated in season before. It was amazing, amazing.
It was super fun. I'm just so sad about that cherry list 2 games. Like, that went awful.
Oh yeah, that was like...
Oh my god. First time I died on stage 4 on Velgress. I had did World of just before. Then after I went for Mortal 2, I wanted to do the synergy with the 4 worms. So I did 4 worms and I ended up not having enough life for cherry. So I restarted, I did another run of Mortal 2. And then you checked it off like I was at 3 out of 4.
Yeah. That's why I said what I said in chat.
My last bomber was like...
I should have literally looked at your library, by the way, since you had the cherry disc right there.
So, I was like, oh fuck, well I'll do something else, but I remembered bosses, and that's why I did the Minotaur in the first place after the worms. But he is so close.
Wow.
I'm just gonna bring that back to try the piranhas after.
I'll make sure to get these, I'll make sure to hit the export button on these VODs and get those up.
Yeah. It's gonna be so fun to rewatch.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to think when you can see what both players are doing and you're not the one playing.
Yep!
Oh my god, wow. Yeah, just amazing games, both of you. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we hop out of here?
Let me see the board, I'm not sure.
So yeah. So while you think what you want to speak, Hugo, I just want to say the regular thanks. So thank you, Karma, the caster. Thank you, Matt, for organizing the league. Frank for the platform. Thank you, people watching. Thank you, Hugo, for both matches. And I think it's time, no sponsor, to try to play some Slay the Spire. Let's see. It was lunch today, so I'm gonna play some of it.
Today? Is it?
Yes,
So we got 2 today?
I believe 3 hours ago, yes.
Well, hot damn. Sounds like you got something to go back to. I'm probably hopping into Scott Pilgrim EX.
I'm probably gonna play Mechanics. Alright, well, thanks everyone too. That was a really fun couple of games.
Yeah, and we'll be raiding over into He Who's cast.
Ooh.
So yeah, thank you again, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Wow. I am so thrilled that came down to a diver's race at the end. There's a reason I gave them a smiley face when they said they were gonna play it out. Alright. Oh, Spoody. Okay. I'm raiding over into He Who, but I'm going to point out that Spoody is currently working on reclaiming his Magic Garden throne. Alright. See you over in He Who's cast.